refresh our memories, Lieutenant Colonel Gouws testified about 2 weeks ago, and he was under cross-examination. And counsel for accused number 5 intimated that he needs further information before he could proceed with his cross-examination. Lieutenant Colonel Gouws then went and compiled a further statement which we have marked Exhibit DD 5 in brackets B. The court will recall that Exhibit DD 5 is his original statement. Then there's Exhibit DD 5 in brackets A, which is a supplementary statement correcting certain errors in his affidavit. Then there'll be Exhibit DD5. Exhibit DD5 is his affidavit that shows communication between the various accused. Then when we adjourned at the previous occasion, we indicated that we have received the correlated data of accused number 3, which we then shared with my colleagues, and Colonel Gouws then went and compiled a further affidavit arising from the call data of accused number 3, and this morning he has finished us with that additional statement, which we will mark Exhibit DD5 in bracket C. I've shared this affidavit that was received this morning with my colleagues, which no more than reflects the calls that are in the call data of accused number 3. I haven't received any indication as to whether there'll be any objection if we proceed. I'll just take my seat just to find out if my colleagues...
Okay, sorry. When did you finish this extra information, additional information?
When it was received this morning, my lord.
This morning?
Yes.
How many pages is it?
It's 6 pages plus an annexure. But as I've indicated, my lord, it does no more than reflect the information that is already contained in the correlated data that was furnished to my colleague some time ago.
Is that the one which was finished in October? In the disk?
No.
Not that one?
It was finished about a week ago, my lord.
Okay. And as I understood it, Lieutenant Gouws also had to go over Colonel Stein's affidavit.
Indeed, my lord.
He has done so.
Yeah, he has done so, and that information, it's in a way reflected in Exhibit DD5 in brackets B.
Okay. And the SMSs, Mr.
Well, the SMSs, my lord, the handset was not downloaded, so we did not have those SMSs, and I explained that to Advocate Malo.
Are they available or are they not there?
Well, the phone was not downloaded. They are not available.
They are not available?
Yes.
Does Mr. Ngumalo accept that position?
Well, I've explained that to him, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Ngumalo, what's your view?
I would like to confirm that it was explained to me that SMSs are not available. I thought maybe there will be a change of circumstance to the MITEC instructions from the accused. I thought that there would be a change of circumstance from the last occasion when this information was related to me.
Yeah, but there's a difference between not available and not existent. as I understand, Mr. Baloyi, that information of the SMSs does not exist. Am I correct, sir?
Exist.
Yes, indeed, as indicated.
It's not
Yes.
available, because
Yes,
if it's not available, it possibly can also be existing.
Yes, but 2014, my lord, we don't have those SMSs. We only have the phone of accused number 3,
Right.
and we don't have any SMSs for that period.
So the service provider has destroyed it. Or what?
Well, as we've indicated, my lord, that the phones, the accused were only arrested in 2020.
And, yeah,
And the data on the service provider network is only kept for 3 years.
3 years, you say.
Yes.
Fine.
So we don't have data preceding the 3 years.
3 years.
Yes.
Yeah, but what happens to that data from the service provider? Does it destroy it? Does it put it into archives?
Yes.
What does it do with
Yeah,
it?
well, it's basically destroyed. You know,
Destroyed.
obviously they cannot keep all the data, man. They have to make space for, you know, for
Yeah,
other
but lawfully or legally,
data. Yes.
how long have they got to keep the data?
Well, my lord, they say for 3 years.
3 years.
And if they receive a request from law enforcement agency, they'll then extract the data from the network
Right,
and then preserve it on their server in a PDF format.
right.
And if that information is then requested, like in the case of accused number 3,
Right.
then they have it on their server and it can then be furnished.
So, did you request it, as you're explaining?
Yeah, well, it's not available, yes.
It's not available.
Yes.
They tried to trace it, it's not available.
Yes.
Any comment again, Mr. Numan?
I have no comment except to request indulgence to
Hello?
accept the indulgence to approach Mr.
Yeah,
Marcus
yeah.
and
Approach
inform
the
him of
client.
position. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yes,
thank you.
go. Your comments, Mr. Numan? After you.
Thank you, my lord, for the court's indulgence. My client accepts the position
Okay,
that
fine.
SMSs are not available.
All right, Mr. Gomezulu, any comments regarding what the prosecutor is saying?
My lord, I confirm that I've received the 6-page exhibit DD5C, my lord, and I have indicated that we are ready to listen to the evidence of Mr. Gouws, and if needs be, we will consult with our clients in due course.
Okay. Mr. Ramsepi?
If it may please the court, my lord, I also confirm receipt of exhibit DD5 in bracket C this morning. Now, regarding what Mr. Advocate Numalo was requesting, my lord,
Yeah.
I think that's a matter that can be ventilated by a representative of the mobile service operator, because I have done a case previously whereby records of over 3 years, they don't rot, my lord.
They don't?
They don't rot.
They
They are
don't rot,
archived.
you see.
They are not disposed of.
Ah.
In our evidence, we were told that it does take longer because they are in the archives to retrieve them, but they are retrievable, madam.
So where are you going to get them? Because Mr. Baloyi says the service provider cannot trace them. He told him they are not available, they are non-existent.
My lord,
You've got other sources to get them.
His Lordship made a poignant distinction, availability and existence. They say the phone was not downloaded for messages, yet the phone in 2014 was downloaded for this data in exhibit DD5C.
Mr. Baloyi?
If I can maybe just clarify what Mr. Ramasipil is saying. Even for argument's sake, even if data was the SMSs were available, which we say we are not, the service provider cannot see the content of the SMSs. All that they can see is that A sent B an SMS on this day, but the content cannot be seen. So the service provider will not have that information, the content of the SMSs. It's only upon downloading of the handset that those SMSs can be retrieved.
Okay. You understand it that way, Mr.
I do understand it that way.
We accept the position.
I do accept this qualification now.
What do you want me to do? Issue an order? I can issue an order
My Lord, that
to the service provider so that they officially respond. If you think or you say the state, I don't know, it's not playing open cards or completely open cards with you and Mr. Nguman.
Hence my submission was say this point can be ventilated because apparently a representative from the service provider will come and testify. Then he can be probed on that aspect, whether they are archived and they can be retrieved in what format.
Well, according to Mr. Balui, he has already been told after the probe. Am I right, sir?
Yes, my Lord.
That this is the position.
Then I can't take it any further, my Lord.
Okay, Mr. Nisi, any comments?
As it please the court, I do confirm receipt of the latest affidavit, and that was apparently going to be marked as a court exhibit DD5C.
Okay.
My Lord, I also confirm having received additional information.
You are what?
Exhibit DD5.
You confirmed it?
I confirmed that. And the issue of SMSs, I think it has been put to rest, so we have nothing further.
Okay, Ms. Shona?
I have no submissions.
You have what?
I have no submissions.
No submission?
No.
Have you received the information? All the information? That's what I'm interested in. Which you pertinently said you are being ambushed with. You
Yes,
remember?
Yes, I've received.
Your assertion?
Yes.
Yes. Now you say you have no submission.
No, but I'm saying I've received it.
Okay, fine.
Thank
That's different from saying I have no submission. Okay, so we're recalling Mr. Gouws in terms of section what?
Oh, well, he's still under cross-examination.
Yeah, but you
just
remember?
number 4,
Yeah.
yes, but I'm just thinking, just to do justice to the criminal procedure,
Yeah.
how we should go about for him to put the information on record. Our suggestion would be that the additional affidavits are handed up, and that as an expert, he just continues to put the information on record. Then if any of the counsel have got cross-examination starting from accused one, Mr. Mgomezulu, then they can do so.
Now, this thing is buried. We had agreed that he'll be recalled and the additional evidence will be led by him and all the annexures, and thereafter he will be cross-examined from the beginning of his evidence when it says that is it necessary?
That's correct, ma'am.
Yeah, but we've got to justify that in terms of the code.
Yes.
Because once a witness has testified and has been cross-examined, it's different from a witness who testifies and thereafter is cross-examined and it ends there. But when the witness comes and says there's additional information after he has been cross-examined, then the parties should agree. But I think it's section what? 167, Mr. Mgomezulu.
Section 167.
Is it so, Mr. Nisi? Section?
167.
Is it 167, Mr. Tolo?
Well,
Well, 167 says the court may at any stage.
My Lord, 167, it
Yeah.
says the court may examine the witness or person in attendance.
Who has been subpoenaed, blah, 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 such proceedings in attendance, da, 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 including an accused. Oh, yeah, well, it says this, including an accused already examined at the proceedings, and the court shall examine or recall and re-examine the person concerned if his evidence appears to the court essential to the just decision of the court, of the case. So this covers it, ne? What's your view, Mr. Nguman? Quiet.
Yeah. We might just keep in mind that the cross-examination is still ongoing.
Yeah, it is. But he's going to testify de novo, in other words, of the new evidence. And thereafter, it joins the old evidence on top. Then, to be fair to the defense starts the cross-examination from the beginning of your evidence, even if you have been cross-examined prior. Okay? So that's how we proceed. Are we agreed, all of us?
As the court pleases. Then previously the court asked the state to lead the evidence, to lead a witness when we dealt with the...
Yeah, remember.
Yes.
Mr. Dupree.
Yes, when he dealt with Mr. Dupree.
Yeah, fine.
The state was more than happy to lead.
He can't just stand up, Mr. Gouws, even if he's an expert, and start saying, you know, Mandela did this and this. You've got to lead him. Are we agreed?
No, we're not in agreement, my lord.
So what do you suggest we should do, Mr. Sholo?
My lord, the state had finished leading evidence in examination in chief. When the questions arose of whatever evidence that was being requested, my lord, the state had already finished the examination in chief.
That's what I understand it. Did you lead all the evidence in chief?
Well, there is so, my lord.
And then what happened thereafter?
And the defense started with cross-examination.
Right.
Mr. Mgomezulu conducted his cross-examination and finalized it. Then Mr. Ramosepele, Advocate Nesi.
Right.
Then when it got to Advocate Numalo, he then indicated that he needs further information.
Information, right.
So it is at that point where the proceedings were then adjourned. Hence I was suggesting that perhaps Colonel Gouws can just merely put the information on record.
Which he did not put on record in his evidence in chief.
Yes.
Is that not so, Mr. Shololo?
Thank you, my lord. At least the state has clarified this.
I clarified it.
Thank you, my lord. At least the court has clarified, my lord, that the state had finished its examination in chief. Now we're in the middle of cross-examination when the information was requested, my lord.
Right.
And therefore, after the witness has been able to secure the information that was being requested, then the cross-examination has to continue.
No. Then this witness must adduce evidence regarding the evidence which he had to get in hand. Is that not so? Then thereafter you all start your cross-examination from the beginning. Nobody is prejudiced.
No, my lord, at least I've placed it
Mr. Chololo, you don't understand.
At least I've placed it on record, my lord.
Wait. You see there are new affidavits.
Yes, my
3 of them, is that not so?
Yes, two.
Two, and they're made by Mr. Gouws.
Yes.
How do we get them on record?
My lord, the examiner will lead the witness according to those evidence and according to those statements
that
have
not
been...
evidence then? That's... Baloyi leads this witness on the evidence which is encapsulated in the affidavits, the new affidavits. Is that not how you understand it?
No, my lord, we've got different understanding. I'll rest my case, my lord.
Okay, and this is...
May I make a submission?
All right.
The court will recall that actually I had not finished my cross-examination.
I know.
Yes. Now, subsequent to the cross-examination of Mr. Gouws being pended, it transpired that there is a new information that the state wanted to put on record.
Right, fine.
As if that is evidence in chief.
Right.
So what I suggest should then happen now is that we should finalize our cross-examination. If there is any further new information that the state would want to put on record through Mr. Gouws, then the state must make that application to recall Mr. Gouws and put that new information into record, and then we all then get afforded the opportunity to cross-examine him on that new evidence. As opposed to the state...
Okay, fine. Now this new evidence, is it going to be recorded in this court?
It is. That will depend on the application that the state is going to make in recalling Mr. Gouws to put that new evidence on record.
Now,
because this is new evidence altogether. It's not a continuation.
Your submission is the cross-examination of this witness should continue from where you ended.
Yes, madam.
Up to Ms. Mshololo.
We finalize it.
And what happens thereafter?
Then the state makes an application to recall Mr. Gouws to introduce that
this
new
witness,
evidence.
This is the problem you have. this witness, once you are cross-examining him,
Yes.
he may refer to these affidavits. Am I right, Holmes?
That's correct.
I'm long in the game. And how do you have recourse to these affidavits when he refers to them there, when he hasn't led them in chief in terms of 167? Are you with me?
The challenge, my lord, in that regard is, it has never happened that a witness was under cross-examination at the same time is also led in evidence in chief. It's a very precarious process because
Okay,
a cross-examination must be done up until the end.
I've done it a million times, fine.
As it please the court, madam.
And
Thank
it's
you.
lawful, by the way. Continue with your cross-examination then. They say if you want to, you will recall this witness.
To me, it's really compartmentalizing the issue.
No, fine, but the general principle is, if a witness proffers an answer to evidence which he hasn't led in chief, but which he has subsequently deposed to in an affidavit, he can refer to it. You can't stop him and say, you didn't say that in chief. Please, I'm making that ruling.
Yes.
Right, let's continue then.
Yes, just maybe one point. The fact of the matter is the defense criticized the witness for not having shown communication between the accused. Now, he has done that, and I think, to me, the practical solution would be for him to then place that information on record to say, listen, we have since gone and compile that information that the defense has requested, and then everybody gets the opportunity to cross-examine. That will, in my view, be a practical solution.
Mr. Gomezul, I see you're shaking your head.
My Lord, I would actually make a submission to concur with Advocate Mnesi, in the sense that basically, and what is a principle of law relating to these procedures, it relates to prejudice. My submission is that I concur with Advocate Mnesi, let the cross-examination proceed as it has carried on, because that's when, if the state brings the application now to listen to the new evidence, that's when the defense will determine whether there's prejudice against the accused.
I've also heard Mr. Mnesi. Have you ever in your career heard of a court recalling a witness? Have you ever heard that?
Yes.
Not even consulting the defense.
The court, yes.
Yeah, it's section what? 167.
It's 167.
Then the court can re-examine that witness on the evidence he has said. In other words, I can say, are you aware that in terms of the principles of analyzing cell phone information, you can do A, B, C, and D. I can do that. And it's not me. It's this book. Let's read it. The court may, at any stage of criminal proceedings, at any stage, the court, examine any person other than the accused who has been subpoenaed to attend such proceedings or who is in attendance of such proceedings, and may recall and re-examine and other proceedings, and the court may examine or recall and re-examine the person concerned if his evidence appears to the court essential to the just decision of the case. That's what it says, not me. But we'll do it the way you suggest.
Correct, madam.
And then me, after that, I'll do it in terms of section 167. Okay, continue, Mr. Nisi. Is nog onder iets, meneer Gouws? Okay.
Should I continue, madam?
Yes, yes.
Oh, thank you. Because I heard the court saying so.
No, we continue the way you say we must continue. You and Mr. Mnisi, and Mr. Shololo and Mr. Gomezu.
I basically was saying, I heard the court saying, saw him in.
No, I just said you are still under oath.
Oh, okay,
Honor
no.
it.
No, thank you, my lord. Sir, thank you. You would recall that there was a bit of a rancor, a misunderstanding that came up on the last occasion when I was asking you relating to the phone calls that you allegedly said were made by these accused persons amongst themselves. Very briefly, I said to you that when you said that there was a communication amongst these accused persons, that's when you were busy with the annexure or the exhibit that related to the evidence of accused number 1. Do you still remember that? Which necessitated us to go and listen to the record, which I did, and the record indicated that when you made that assertion, you were busy with the annexures and the cell phone records as they related to accused number 2. So in other words, you were right.
Thank you.
Thank you. That is just what I wanted
What's
to
your answer, sir?
It wasn't about accused number 1, it was accused number 5.
Actually, it was yes.
I was busy with accused number 5, not
5,
accused number 1.
yes. No, I'm making him, I'm sorry.
And
Thank you,
you were not even referring to accused number 2.
No,
yes,
no.
my apologies, accused number 5.
That's correct. No.
Yes. Now,
uzokhumbula ke Colonel Gouws ukuthi ke ngaphambilini kwakukhona ke udaba nje la khona ke kwakunakho khona ke ungazwisani kahle ke mina ngakuzwa ke ungathi usho ukuthize kanti wena wabe usho ke okuthize kwase kuphoqeleka ukuthi asihambe siyolalela lapha yana erecord impela ke record lelo ngalalela ke futhi ke ngathola ukuthi yebo lokho kwakushilo ke lokho wakusho wena ulana ngempela ikona engakuthola lapha yana ngamanye amagama ke uyavuma ke uadvocate Mnisi ukuthi lokho ufakazwa ekushiloko kwakukanjalo yena wenza iphutha.
Now, for purposes of clarifying your evidence, because I've got a note here that says the number that was saved in the database indicated that there was a communication amongst all the accused. You further say, this is the information that I received which indicated that there was a communication between the accused and vice versa. Now, as we went through the cell phone records as you presented them, my question is, did you find a communication between accused number 3 and accused number 1?
My lord, that statement I gave, I'll read it at paragraph 15.1,
yes.
2.1. This is referring to accused 5, not accused 1, 3, 5, accused 5. That number of accused 5,
yes.
Information was received, and that number had communication with the other suspects. And that's what I gave there. This is nothing to do between accused 1 and 3. This is accused 5 with communication with other suspects. So, although I said with all other suspects, you must put it in context with the paragraph it's in. It's not for accused 4 or for accused 1 or accused 3. It's related to accused 5. He had communication with all the other suspects.
Ngicela ukubuza ke manje ke kulokufakazi bakho kosobethuleke ukuthi ke kukhona yini ukuxhumana owakuthola phakathi kommangalelo wesithathu kanye nowokuqala. Uthi ke ngizokufundela futhi ke wona ke 15.2.1 loya obhalwe lapha yana ukuthi lana ngikhuluma ngommangalelwa wesihlanu ukuthi yena ke leya number ebhaliwe lapha yana watholakala ke ukuthi kwakukhona ukuxhumana phakathi kwakhe kanye nabanye. Lento ayikho ngommangalelo wesithathu ukuthi ukhulume nowokuqala nowesine nowesibili yini kodwa ke owesihlanu uyena ukuthi ukhulumisene noma ke kube nokuxhumana kanye nabanye.
Thank you, sir. I mean, as a data analyst, I'm well positioned to ask you this question. In the information that you analyzed, could you find any communication in all the information that you analyzed between accused number 1 and accused number 3?
My Lord, can I?
Is it not, sorry, I'm sorry, I'm not interfering. Communication in terms of analysis, it's different. That's my perception. From communication between me and you. To the layperson, when Mr. Gouws says number 5 communicated with all the accused, meaning number 1, 2, 3, and 4, a layperson thinks 1, 2, 3, and 4 communicated with number 5. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct.
But it's the other way. The communication is initiated by number 5. But are you with me? That's how I understand it.
That I understand, my Lord.
Yeah, fine, okay. No,
yeah,
if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
That's not a rocket analysis. That I understand. But my further question is, in the data that you analyzed, holistically, could you find any communication between accused number 1 and accused number 3?
Okay.
Then I'm going to refer to my new statement, but it's not yet in. It's not yet in,
I said
evidence.
that would happen.
But on this, on that, accused 1 and 3, accused 1 and 3, no, there was no communication there.
Kulo mbuzo ngibuza wona ke kuzofanele ngiye manje ke kule statement esami esisha ke kodwa ke asikabike ingxenye yobufakazi la enkantolo kodwa ke ukuxhumana phakathi kwa number 1 no number 3 cha akukho.
Okay, thank you. On the same vein, in all the data that you analyzed, that you received and analyzed, could you find any communication between accused number 2 and accused number 3?
No, my
Lord. Ngiphinde futhi ke ngikubuzeke ukuthi ke kucwaningo lwakho olwalenza lonke luphelele khona yini uxhumana owakuthola phakathi kwa number 2 no number 3 impendulo ithi cha.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to put it to you, sir. I'm not fighting you, but this just accused number 3's version that this aligns with his explanation. The fact that you did not find any communication between him, that is accused number 3, and accused number 1 and accused number 2, it is because he did not know them. He only started to know them when they appeared at Boksburg court, when they were charged for this case.
But I never said that like I said, when I said that there was established that the number had various communication with all the other accused, I never said accused 1 or 3. That was in connection with accused 5.
Yes.
Lokho ke okushoyo ke manje ukuthi awuzange uthola ukuxhumana phakathi kwa number 1 no number 3 number 2 no number 3 kusho ke kanye lento ayishoyo ke number 3 ukuthi yebo kukanjalo ngoba obekade engabazi uqale ke ukuthi azane nabo ke uma sebeboshelwe lona leqala leli sebehlangana enkantolo yase Boksburg. Mayiphendula ke uthi yebo ingako ngishilo ke ukuthi angaze ngisho ke ukuthi kwakunokuxhumana phakathi kwa number 1 number 3 number 1 number 2 no number 3. Mina ke ebengikhuluma lana ke kumayelana ke nanjengoba kushiwo lapha ukuthi maphakathi nendawo uzobona ukuthi kubhalwe yena ke number 5 bengikhuluma ngayo ukuthi uyena owayeqhumana nabanye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my Lord.
Now, you would recall that in your initial information, as you testified in your evidence in chief, apparently there was an indication that there was indeed a communication between, or there was a link which suggested that there was a communication between accused number 3 and accused number 5, or vice versa. That should not be a surprise because it is also accused number 3's assertion that he knew accused number 5 from way back. In other words, before this incident that is the subject of this trial here could happen. Therefore, a communication between him and accused number 5 could not have been a surprise. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Futhi ke uma sokhuluma ke manje ke ngokuxhumana ke phakathi okwakukhona phakathi kuka Ncube kanye naye ke uNtuli uthi lokho ke angeke kumangazeke ngoba ke nangaphambi nje kokuthi babe ke silana ke noma sila enkantolo babe baboshela lona lecala kade beyabantu abazanayo manje ke akumangazike ukuthi ungathola ukuthi bona bobabili babe nokuxhumana babe nako.
But I don't understand the answer, Mr. The question and the answer. You are saying your premise, your main premise is that when he says, he never said there was communication between number 1, 2, 3, 4 and number 5. This evidence is the number 5 communicated with the others, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you say, it's not surprising because your client did not know the other clients when they appeared at Binoni, Boxbeck, on the 27th of October 2019, in other words. Is that how you are phrasing it, sir?
No, what I'm saying, my lord, is in respect of accused, I'm being very specific.
Yeah.
Accused number 3 says he never knew accused number 1 and accused number 2. He started to know them or when they appeared for this case at Boxbeck Magistrate Court.
So he knew the others?
I'm coming there, man.
Oh,
which is the reason why I am saying,
okay,
in Mr. Gouws' data analysis, it is no surprise that he could have found that there was a communication between accused number 3 and accused number 5.
Okay, fine.
Because they had known each other for some time before the commission of this offense.
I see.
The alleged commission of this offense.
So,
now,
wait. So, for my understanding, so
yes.
Your client knew accused number 3 on the 27th of October 2019. I mean, it's the other way. He knew number 2.
No. I'm saying my client, accused number 3, knew accused number 5.
Right? On the 27th of October.
Before that. He knew him well before that.
And when they appeared on the 27th of October 2015,
they had already been knowing each other. Yes.
So the statement that he didn't know the others, encompassing everybody, it's not that way.
No, I did not say
okay,
others,
fine,
that was very specific. Okay. I referred to accused number 1 and accused number 2.
Number 2, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, fine, okay.
Thank you. Now, just to complete the picture, accused number 3 does also not deny knowing accused number 4. If, I'm not so sure whether in your evidence, in chief, you also found that there was a communication between, or a link suggesting that there was a communication between accused number 3 and number 4. I'm not so sure. But if that is the case, that is also not a surprise because he also knew accused number 4, way before this alleged incident that happened on the 26th of October 2014. Thank you.
Thank you.
Angazi ke noma ucwaningo lwakho wathola yini ukuthi kwakunokuxhumana kwakukhona phakathi kwa number 3 no number 4 nalapho ke uma kuukuthi kukanjalo nalapho ke ummangalelo wesithathu uzothi ke ummangalelo wesine kade amazi nangaphambi nje kokuthi baboshele lona icala leli.
Thank you, Madam. That is all that I wanted to take up with Mr. Gouws' initial testimony.
Okay.
We will wait for the introduction of the new evidence, Madam.
Okay,
thanks.
Mr. Nguma.
That is all from me.
Thank you, my lord. May I proceed? Thank you. Kenneth, is it correct that in your evidence in chief you told this court that the numbers that you analyze in respect of accused number 2 are the numbers that appear on page 3 of exhibit DD5 of the record? Accused number 2, yes. are the numbers that appear at paragraph 9 of Exhibit DD5 on page 3 of the record.
That's correct, my lord.
Ngabe kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi ke amanamba okhulume ngawo athi wona ke owasebenza ngawo kwakuwa amanamba kana choose number 2 aku paragraph 9 lana ke ku page 3 kulokufakazi ke noma exhibit leli eku DD5 uthi yebo kuyiqiniso.
For the record, Colonel, is it correct that for the completeness of this question, the number that you...
My lord, just I didn't analyze the numbers. This is the numbers that was in the phone. So I didn't analyze the numbers itself. I didn't have 205s on, didn't do the section 215 on the numbers. This was found on a phone. That's a phone book. That's a cell phone analysis.
Cell phone analysis.
This is a cell phone analysis, not a section 205 analysis.
205, yeah.
Engifisa ukusho ke ukuthi lana ke amanamba lana ke aye ku phone book noma ke ekucingo ke lana ke ucwaningo ke lo makhalekhukhwini ke uqobo hayi ukuthi ngasebenza ngamanamba lana amanamba atholakala noma ayekhona lapho kuyona ifone.
Did you receive, Colonel, any 205 records in respect of these two numbers?
Can you give me some time? So, looking for number 6890. 6890 and 7. I received the section 205 on the number 609-101-6890. That's it, yes.
Ngathola ke lana ke isicelo ke noma lokho kubizwa ukuthi ke section 205 ngale number lena ile ephela ngo6890.
But I haven't got section 205 on the number 072-505-7056.
Kodwa ke anginayo ke kuleya inamba ephela noma ingale kuleya hlangothi ephela ngo-07056.
Colonel, did you receive any section 205 records in respect of the number that you said belonged to my client, Mr. Mapisa, the number 2771-395-3801?
What is the number?
The number 2771-395-3801.
These are accused. Four.
Ends with 801.
Yes, ending 801.
Okay, that's accused 4. I've got the section 205 for that number, yes?
Yebo ke isicelo lesi ke sibiza ukuthi section 205 kule number bengithi ke eyakhe u-accused 4 ewu-27713953801. Yebo nginayo i-205 yaleyo number.
Where did you get the section 205 records in respect of that number, the number ending 801?
From the investigation officer.
Lapho ngithole khona ke ngithole ke kumphenyi wecala.
The section 205 records that you received from the investigation officer, Colonel, do they accompany or they go together with the affidavit of the service provider or the person from whom the records were received?
Only the records received, my lord.
Kwaku imininingwane ke noma ama-record ke atholakala ayo inamba lena. Ngoba bebuza ukuthi ngabe sikhona yini statement esihamba nayo ke esibuya ke kulowo kuyinkampani lezi zama cell phones uthi cha ke ngithole nje ama record kuphela mina.
When you analyze the data between the two numbers, that is the number that you said you received the 205 records, the number belonging to accused number 2, and the number that belonged to accused number 3, did you find any communication between the two numbers? Yes, between
accused number 2 and 3.
Sorry, between accused number 2 and accused number 4, I'm sorry.
Accused 2 and 4. No, my lord. No communication found on what I've received now.
kuloko ngakuthola akukho ukuxhumana ke engikutholileke mina phakathi kwakhe unumber 2 kanye no number 4.
The analysis that you did were for which period, Kenneth? The analysis that you conducted were for which period? It started from which period? From which year, to be specific?
This is 2018. That's the extraction I've got is from 2018
Until when?
to April 2021.
Ucwaninga noma ke ucwaninga ngalenza ukusuka ke ku2018 kuyofika ke ku April ka 2021.
So there are no records, Kenneth, that you received that related to the date of the incident or the month of this incident, which is October 2014.
I didn't receive any section 205 from this, only from this. This is the period for the communication that I had.
Mina ke angaze ngithole ke ama 205 kusuka ke ngesikhathi sokwenzeka ke kuma October ka 2014 kodwa mina ngathola ngalesi sikhathi lesi engiqeda ukusisho manje.
The absence of any communication between the two numbers, that is the number belonging to accused number 2 and the number belonging to my client, Mr. Mapisa, accused number 4, is in line with my instructions that he did not know accused number 2. He first knew accused number 2 on the 27th of October 2020 when they appeared at Boksburg Magistrates Court for their first appearance in respect of this case. Do you have any comment?
Esabheka ke lokho kushoyo ke ukuthi akukho ukuxhumana ke okwakuthola ke phakathi kwamsolo wesibili mangalo wesibili kanye nalo engimele unumber 4 lokho kuhambisana ke naloko kushiwo uMaphisa ke ukuthi babengazani ke bazoqala ke ukuthi bazane ke uma sebevela enkantolo noma bebingelela imantshi kwinkantolo yase Boksburg ngazo i27 zika October 2020.
That's correct, my lord. I never said that there was any communication between them. I said I was referring to case 5 with the other suspects.
Kuyiqiniso ke ukuthi angaze ngisho ukuthi kwakhona ukuxhumana phakathi kwabo bobabili bengikhuluma mina ke ngomangalo wesihlanu kanye nabanye.
And that is for which period?
The period I have was for accused 1. I've got section 205. Just refer here for accused 2. I've got from 1 June 2018 to 19 March 2021.
Isikhathi ke ukusuka lana ke kubhalwe igama lakhe ke umangalo wesibili ukusuka ngo1 June 2018 kwabeshaya ke i19 zika March 2021.
And then for that I've got the other number of accused 2. That's from 7 June 2018 to 4 April 2021.
Bese ngiba nenye ke inamba yakhe umangalo wesibili yona ke iqala nge7 June 2018 uyoshaya ke 4 April 2021.
And then for accused 4 extraction of data 1 June 2018 to 2 March 2021.
Bese kuthi ke umangalo wesine ukusuka ke nge1 June 2018 kuyoshaya ke 2 March 2021.
The communication that you could establish between accused number 4, Mr. Mapisa, and the other accused was in respect of which numbers?
Accused 4. I need to read how many times also, my lord? What? Okay, let me see. The communication for the section 205 I received is that accused 4 contacted accused 1
Ukuxhumana ke engakuthola ke kunamba yakhe ke ummangalelwa wesine ke ukuthi waxhumana nommangalelwa wokuqala. Yebo.
Must I read the numbers?
Yes, yes.
Yes, please.
Okay, so accused 4, Ntokozi Chipozonke Mapiza, accused 4, number 0713953801.
071.
Just, can I put it on the screen?
Yeah, please.
Page 24. Let me just get it to the right one. Page 24. There. That's it. So the number of, start again, paragraph 82, this is not read into evidence, but Mtukozisi Sipazonke Mapiza accused 4, 0713953801 contacted accused 1 Sabia on number 27793790137 14 times.
Lana ke silabo 8.2.4 ubhaliwe umthokozisi zipho zonke emaphisa ummangalelo wesine. Inamba ke ibhaliwe nayo ke 0713953801 waxhumana nomuzika ukhulelwa Sithemba Sibiya ummangalelo wokuqala inamba u27793790137 amahlandla ayishumi nane.
12 times he went through and 2 times the cell phone was it went to call forward.
Amahlandla ayishumi nambili 12 noma ke i-call leyo ke yaphumelela bese kuthi ke amahlandla amabili ila eyandlulela khona kuloko abakubiza ngokuthi u-call forward.
Second accused 4 Mapiza cell phone number 0713953801 contact accused 5 Ntuli on number 071595123 127 times.
Bese kuthi ke kwesibili ke umthokozisi zipho zonke emaphisa ummangalelo wesine number ewu0713953801 waxhumana nofiso kuhle Ntuli ummangalelo wesihlanu kwinamba ewu0715951239 amahlandla awu 127.
That was 125 direct calls and 2 SMS.
Kwaku ama-calls ke awu 125 kanye nama-SMS amabili.
Accused 4 Mapiza 0713953801 contacted another number of accused 5 Ntuli 2 times, the number 0825859759.
Bese kuthi futhi ke umthokozisi zipho zonke emaphisa mangalelo wesine nenamba ewu0713953801 waxhumana naye ke ufiso kuhle Ntuli kwenye inamba ayisebenzisayo ewu0825859759 amahlandla amabili.
That's 2 calls.
Ama-calls amabili lawo.
Accused 4 Mapiza 0713953801 contacted accused 3 Nkube on 0829563220 48 times.
Bese kuthi futhi ke umthokozisi zipho zonke emaphisa ummangalelo wesine number 0713953801 waxhumana naye ke umtholisi Principal Ncube ummangalelo wesithathu inamba u0829563220 amahlandla u48.
That 48 times 20 were direct calls, 25 times the cell phone was off and there was 3 SMS.
Kulawo mahlandla ke awu48 ama calls ke aya atholakala kona ke aba u20 noma amthola kona ke bese kuthi awu25 ila ucingo la ucishiwe khona ke kwanama SMS amathathu.
And last one, accused 4 Mapiza 0713953801 contact another number of accused 1 Sabia 08371062971 time.
Bese kuthi futhi ke umthokozisi zipho zonke emaphisa ummangalelo wesine number 0713953801 waxhumana naye ke umuzika ukhulelwa Sithemba Sibiya ummangalelo wokuqala kwi number 0837106297 ihlandle lodwa
Direct call.
kwakuyi colleague leyo eqondile.
My Lord, I see that Mr. Mapisa's hand was up. May I approach him? My Lord? Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, sorry. Bruce, can you tell them we'll come? I'm told that the legal aid persons are here in connection with this issue of fees for ballistic extract. Was it supposed to involve even me or only you?
Mama, according to what was relayed in the virtual meeting, they wanted to address the court in chambers.
Okay, so I must be involved.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Sorry about that.
Thank you, my Lord, for the court's indulgence. My Lord, I don't know what should we do now since legal aid board people are here. Should we not maybe use this opportunity?
How long are you still going to be?
I'm still going to be long, my Lord.
How long is long?
More than 30 minutes. More than 30 minutes.
What time is it there, Mr. Balaman?
11:21.
11?
21.
Can we adjourn until we come back, Mr. Host? I'm sorry about that.
Thank you, Manoj.
Is under break.
All right.
Yeah.
First,